Alright, this tutorial is for Failure by Breaking Benjamin, and the tuning is in drop B flat, or drop A sharp. And to start off, the rhythm part of the intro goes like this. And that's just going to repeat over and over. All you're doing, on the 5th string, you're going to be on the 8th fret, 3rd string, 5th fret. And with your right hand, you're going to pick it like this. And the number of the strings, you're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, 4. Okay, and sped up. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing for the next chord, and all you're doing on the next chord is taking your ring finger and putting it on the 8th fret of the 6th string just like that. And then you're going to pick it in the same way. Okay. Okay, and the lead guitar part that you hear right on top of that goes like this. Okay, and all you're doing, it starts on the 2nd string, 15th fret. And on the 1st string, you're going to go 12, 13. And then go back to 15 on the 2nd string. Okay, and the next part is the same, except instead of going to the 2nd string at the very end, on the 1st string you're going to go up to the 17th fret, so it would go. Alright, and the next part of the song is where the rhythm guitar is distorted, and it starts playing a different riff, but the lead guitar, I'll show you that first since I'm already on the clean setting. It goes like this. And there's a slight bend there at the end. All you're doing, starting on the 15th fret, the 2nd string again. And on the 1st string, you're going to go 12, 13, 13. So you're hitting 13 twice. And then right here, you go back to 15 on the 2nd string. And then right after that, you go to the 12th fret of the 1st string, and you hit it once, and you kind of just bend it slightly. And then the distortion comes in. But the distortion part that plays right underneath that, as it comes in, it goes like this. Okay, all you're doing there is on the 1st string, you're going to start open, and you're going to go right to the 12th fret of the 5th string. Okay, then right here on the 6th string, you're going to go 13, 12, open. Okay, so that part would go. Okay, and then here you're going to go on the 5th string, you're going to go 10, open, 13, open. And then right after that last open, you're going to go 13, 12 on the 5th string. So the whole thing together will go like this. Okay, then right here on the 6th string, you're going to go open 10, and then you're going to go open 10, 13. Okay, and this is right where the little riff repeats in it, so the whole thing together played slowly would go like this. And then it repeats. And then right here, when you're hitting 13, 12 on the 5th string for the 2nd time, you're going to go 13, 12, hit the 6th string open, and then you're just going to mute the strings and go. Okay, so the last half of that riff would go. Okay, so played full speed, the entire riff would go like this. And then the full distortion comes in because that part right there during the intro kind of has like a radio effect on it. When the full distortion part comes in, it's the same exact riff, but it's a little bit different. Instead of being on the 5th string, 12th fret as your first note, you're actually going to be on the 9th fret of the 5th string for your first note. So I'll just play through the riff real quick so you can kind of get an idea of what it sounds like, and it goes like this. Okay, and that's the first half. So as you can see, the entire riff is the same, except that first starting note, 5th string, 9th fret. You're going to hit that instead of where you started before for the intro riff. And when you get through the end of the first half, instead of repeating right away, the little chord that you play is on the 5th string, 12th fret, 4th string, 13th fret. You you just strum that 4 times. So I'll play through the riff slowly and watch with the tabs on the screen to follow along, but it's almost identical to the intro riff. It repeats right here. Okay, and then the second time you repeat that riff, the second time through, it sounds like this. So you can see the second time it repeats, it's exactly the same up until the very end, where you see this little thing, it's on the 6th string, it goes 6-5. 5th string, it's going to go 3-6. Okay, so the second half played slowly goes. Okay, so I'll go through that riff real quick just to show you what it all looks like together without stopping. Okay, and then this is right where the verse comes in, and the verse is just basically a breakdown pattern, and it goes like this. And that's the pattern that repeats. So the first little thing is a burst of 5. Okay, and then it goes 1, 2. And then you strum once. And then you do a triplet, which is 3. And then you strum one more time. So the pattern in strums is 5, 2, 1, 3, 1. And that's the pattern that repeats. So the whole thing goes. And that's it. And then right after that, you hear this. And then it goes back to the breakdown pattern. And all you're doing there is you're strumming bar across the 8th fret, and on the 2nd and 3rd string, you're going to be on the 10th fret. Go down to 5. And then right before you repeat, you slide back up to 8 and strum that 4 times. So it goes. And then it goes back into the breakdown pattern. Okay, and then it does this strum thing one more time, but this time it's a little bit different. It goes. Okay, right there, instead of sliding back up to 8 like you did before, right after you're done strumming 5, on the 6th string you're going to go 7, 3, open, 3. Okay, then right here you hear this. Okay, that's like leading right into the chorus. And all you're doing there is you bar across the 8th fret and you strum it 3 times. Mute the strings, and then you're going to go 1, mute the strings, 1, mute the strings, and then strum it twice and mute the strings. So it goes 3, 1, 1, 2 like this. Then right here you're going to play an octave chord. On the 4th string you're going to be on the 7th fret, 2nd string, 10th fret. Okay, so right after you do this. Okay, that's the octave chord you play, and then you go up to the 10th fret and you do the same strumming pattern. And the octave chord here is on the 10th fret and 13th fret of the 4th string and 2nd string. So that part would go. And it goes right into the chorus. There's only 2 pre-choruses in the song, and the second time it's the same, except when you get up to the 10th fret and do that strumming pattern, you do not play the octave chord afterwards. It would just go like that without the octave chord. Okay, and then the chorus comes in next, and it's really simple. The first chord is open. Second chord is barred across the 8th fret. Third chord is barred across the 3rd fret. Fourth chord is barred across the 10th fret. And that's just what repeats. When you're playing the open one, I saw tabs that showed on the 3rd string 9th fret, 2nd string 10th fret like that, just to kind of add those high notes in there. But every other chord is just barred across, so it goes open, 8, 3, 10. Okay, and if you don't want to bar across the 10th fret, like if you don't want to slide all the way from 3 to 10, you can just play a power chord here. It's the same chord. That's just instead of the 10th fret barred across. So after you get to the 10th fret, the first chorus is the shortest chorus. It only plays through those chords once. The second chorus plays through all of those 4 chords twice, and the last chorus of the song plays through it 4 times. So the first time it only does it once, and right after you get to the 10th fret, you're going to go down to the 8th fret. Okay, that's when he's singing Failure. And then the intro riff comes back right after that first chorus. But this time the riff is slightly different. At the very end, right before you go back into the verse, on the 6th string, you're going to go 6, 5, 1, like this. Just like that, 6, 5, 1. That's the only thing different about that riff. And it goes back into the verse with the breakdown pattern. Like I showed you before, nothing changes there. This time, right after that second verse, the pre-chorus is slightly different. It goes like this. Pre-chorus here. What's different is after you do the 8-5, instead of doing the part like the first pre-chorus where you slide back up to 8 and then repeat it, the pre-chorus is only played once. So this time when you go 8-5, it's just going to go straight to the 7-3 open 3, like the second half of the first pre-chorus. But that's the only part you're playing of this pre-chorus. So the second pre-chorus altogether goes. Okay, and then it goes back into this part like I showed you before. And again, this time there's no octave chord. Right here it goes into the chorus, and this is the chorus that repeats twice. So everything is exactly the same like I showed you before, the open, 8, 3, 10. But you're going to repeat that twice before going back into 8 when he's singing Failure. And right here, I just realized that I forgot to show you the lead parts during the riffs that play like this. When the rhythm guitar is playing that part, the lead guitar is doing this. And that's what repeats. It's very similar to the one I showed you before in the intro. It goes 15 on the second string. On the first string, it's going to go 12, 13, 13, and then back to 15. And then right here, you're going to go to 12 on the first string and bend it. And on the second string, you're going to go 13, 15. And that's what repeats. And that just repeats over and over. And also the lead for when the chorus is playing is just this. Okay, and it repeats right there. For the shorter choruses, like the very first one, right after you get there, it also does this. Okay, and that's when he's singing Failure, when the rhythm guitar is on that 8th fret barred across. But starting up here, the very first part of it, it's all octave chords. I have a video showing you how to play octave chords. This one, you're going to go 12, and then you're going to go 15, 13, and then you're going to go 15, 12, and then you're going to go 13, 10, and then you're going to go down to 7, and that's where it repeats for the longer choruses, but for the first short one, it goes to octave chords over here. And you're going to be on the 10th fret of the 3rd string, 13th fret of the 1st string, and you're just going to go down 1 fret and then back up. So. Okay, and that's when he's singing Failure. So all together, slowly, the lead guitar for the choruses goes like this. Okay, and that's for the short one. When the choruses are longer and they repeat more, when you get down to the 7th fret octave chord here, it just starts over back up here at 12. And you only do these higher ones when he gets to the end of the chorus and he's singing Failure and the rhythm guitar is barring across the 8th fret here. Okay, so back to the breakdown. The first part of it goes like this. Okay, so all you're doing there is on the 6th string, you're going to go open, 1, open. Okay, and then the pattern here is you're going to strum twice, but you're going to mute the string in between each time. Like that. So. Okay, and this time, right after that, you're going to do a little triplet, which is 3 strums, but the first 2 are going to be dead notes. And dead notes are just when you like touch the string, you're not fretting anything, you're just touching it so that it makes this noise. Like that. And then the 3rd strum is going to be open. So it goes. Okay, so that pattern altogether goes. Okay, and then right here, you're going to slide from open up to 10. And this is the only time you're ever going to actually do that. It's just the first time you do it. Okay, and then you're going to repeat that first pattern. Okay, and right here, you're going to go, on the 6th string, you're going to go 4, 1, and on the 5th string, you're going to go open, 3. So that second part of the breakdown is. Okay, and then the third part of the breakdown goes like this. So the first part's the same as all the other parts. The only thing that's different is at the end, you're going to go open, 1, open, and then 3 on the 5th string. So. Okay, and the next part is the same as the second part. Okay, and then the last part is just that first pattern where it goes. And that's it, you just mute the strings there, and then the chorus comes in. So all the parts put together, played slowly, goes like this. Okay, and the lead part that plays over the breakdown goes like this. And then right before the chorus comes in, you hear this. And all you're doing is playing an octave chord on the 12th fret, and you're going to strum that 16 times. Okay, and then you're going to hit the 13th fret of the first string. Then you're going to go up to the 13th fret octave chord here and strum that 16 times. Okay, and then you're going to hit that 13th fret again. You're going to go back down to the 12th fret octave chord and strum that 16 times again. And then right here, you're going to go 10 and then back up to 12. You strum the 10 one 4 times and then go up to 12. And when you go back up to the 12th fret here, you're going to strum that 16 times. Okay, and then that note that you hear as the chorus is coming in, it's just the 3rd string, 14th fret, and you hit that 4 times. And you can kind of hear the volume starts low and it gets louder. Just like that, and then the last chorus comes in. And all the chords for the chorus where it goes open, 8, 3, 10 is repeated 4 times before it goes down to that 8th fret. Okay, and then right after the last chorus, that intro riff is played one more time, but it stops short. You only play the first half of that riff, so it goes. You stop right there when you go to the 10-13. That's where you stop that riff, and you hear this part at the very end. So all together, that would go like this. And all you're doing there, that last part, is just a burst of 5. The first 4 are palm muted, and the 5th one is not palm muted, so it goes. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 5th one is not palm muted. And you just hit open 2 more times, muting the strings in between each one. Okay. And obviously there's the lead guitar that plays over that, like I already showed you before. And that's it. That's how the song ends. That is Failure by Breaking Benjamin. Thanks for watching.